with word of a new, potentially even more contagious variant of the coronavirus. The discovery comes from Africa, triggering a flood of countries to suspend travel from about half a dozen southern African nations. The UK was one of the first countries to initiate a travel ban, followed quickly by the 27-nation European Union, moving to contain the variant, taking no chances before it spreads around the world. The ripple effect has been swift, with emergency meetings of health officials and the stock market plunging. The Dow down 800 points at the open. 900 now. The World Health Organization, meanwhile, is urging caution on travel bans, and U.S. health officials say while a ban is possible, it is too soon to know.
Well, I mean, obviously, as soon as we find out more information, we'll make a decision as quickly as we possibly can. You always put these things on the table, but you don't want to say you're going to do it until you have some scientific reason to do it. That's the reason why we're rushing now to get that scientific data to try and make an informed decision about something like that. You're prepared to do everything you need to do to protect the American public, but you want to make sure there's a basis for doing that, and that's what we're doing right now.
Joining me now is NBC News foreign correspondent Raf Sanchez in Tel Aviv, NBC News correspondent Josh Letterman, who is with President Biden in Nantucket, MSNBC medical contributor Dr. Erwin Redlener, and Politico chief economic correspondent Ben White. Everybody, welcome and thank you for being here. So, Raf, you're in Israel. The first cases were found outside of Africa in Israel and in Hong Kong and Belgium. I know Tel Aviv and Israel is shutting down travel from South Africa. What else is happening there?
Yeah, Katie, Israel's government is moving more aggressively than any other so far. They are stopping travel from pretty much every country in Africa, with only a handful of exceptions. This comes after one confirmed case, two suspected cases of that new variant. The confirmed case in a traveler who returned recently from Malawi. Now, all three of those people are in isolation, but the Israeli Prime Minister, Naftali Bennett, is preparing the public here for further spread. He is telling people that Israel is at the threshold of an emergency situation. We've seen similarly the UK and the European Union moving to restrict travel slightly less drastically, but from South Africa and from 5 other southern African nations. We've seen other travel restrictions coming into place in Japan, in Singapore so far. As you heard from Dr. Fauci, there's no indication yet that the U.S. is planning to bring in a similar travel ban. And there is some debate among medical professionals in Israel and around the world about whether these travel bans actually work to stop the variant spreading, whether they serve a medical purpose, or if it's more about the government being seen to do something in the face of an alarming new variant like this one emerging. Katie?